Oh, man. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dana here. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing this, you're watching on the replay because I just went live, and it normally takes a few minutes for anybody to join. So it's just you and me right now. So thanks for joining. Appreciate you. I've got about $1,500 going out today, a little bit more than 15, like 1550 and change. Going out on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. And I've not gone live in a while. I've been doing a lot of pre-recorded, like pulling videos. I've done a few packing videos, a few sourcing videos, and I thought I would get back to and do a live packing Q&A, reseller hangout, whatever kind of video. So anyways, we'll see. It's been a hot minute, but hopefully I can get back into the swing of things all right. So if you got any questions, if you're live, drop them in. Oh, I guess it's over there. Drop them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. If you are watching on the replay, drop them down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer your question. Or you can hit me up on Instagram at Dana Invests, same name as the channel, all one word, and I'll do my best to help you out there. If you get a chance, I really would appreciate you hit that like. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Like 60% of my views are from non-subscribers, which is crazy. So subscribe. I really would appreciate it. What's my favorite kind of sub? Probably like an Italian. Anyways, let's do this. Oh, Adam is in the chat. Adam is the only one in the chat. Let me get my light a little bit closer over here. Maybe you can see me, hopefully. Let's do some easy, silly ones and get them out of the way. I sold a 56 Chevy Bel Air. Picked this up for $5 at Target. Sold it for $25 on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 boxes. So I'm just going to grab them out. I keep my boxes stored under the table just for easy access. Adam, what is your favorite kind of sub? So I'm going to make a little bit of noise real quick, and I'm just going to tape 3 boxes together. It'll be faster, and it'll get a lot of the noise out of the way all at once. I don't always do it this way on lives. Italian over here too. But when I'm shipping on my own, I like to put stuff in like sizes. So I'll ship like all the small stuff at once, and then I'll ship the bigger stuff, because when I do it like this, I can build like, say, these 3 boxes that I know I've got stuff going into, like this here. Actually, I could probably fit this in a smaller one, but it doesn't really matter. And then I can pack and stuff and ship them all real quick. Cheesehead loves flipping. What's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. So if you missed the first one, just a little Hot Wheels Bel Air, $5 at Target, sold for $25 on Facebook Marketplace. I've got a whole box of these things left, different kinds, but I'm already in the profit, so it's just long-term bread and butter inventory. Because at some point they'll be sold out in the stores and people will want them. I sold a ton of the Teslas. The Teslas sold super fast. This was Hot Wheels. All right. The next thing I sold, this was on a little Instagram reel the other day, Sonic and Knuckles for Sega. This sold for $25, and I paid, it was $3.29 minus 20%, so $2 and change for this at Goodwill. And we will tuck it in a little bubble wrap bag. WTX Flipper, what's up, everyone? How's everybody's sales doing? Sonic. I did 16 listings yesterday. Spent all day yesterday doing listings, so I did 16 listings. I did 16 drafts. I put 10 of those drafts up today, so I've already got 10 listings done for the day, which I'm happy with. I mean, obviously you'd like to get more, but I'm happy enough with that. And I did an FBA shipment for Amazon yesterday. It was 37 unique items and $3,000 in total sales value, $1,300 in profit when it's all said and done. It's a pretty big box, like a medium Lowe's box, and $8.96 to ship that when it was 37 pounds. Anyways, this little Power Rangers guy sold for 15 bucks. Nothing too crazy. He came out of maybe a quarter into him out of a little bag on the back wall of Goodwill, and absolutely will go first class. I'm out of my small lot boxes, so I'm just gonna ship everything in one of these 8x6x5s. Although, I guess if I wanted to be like super cheap, I've got some recycle boxes over here. You know what's funny? So I'll shout this out there. We got 6 people watching now. Appreciate you watching. Hopefully you hit that thumbs up if you enjoy anything. Share it on your socials and bring some friends with you. I appreciate it. We got a whole bunch of people in here. Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something. Anyways, you can see behind me over here that I have a big old pile of like recycle boxes. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, I've got all these recycle boxes in my garage. You've seen it in my pulling videos. I've got 2 more stacks of big boxes to recycle and reuse. There's some more over here that I've got that maybe you probably can't see. And I'm like, I never use them. Like, rarely I use them unless it's the really big stuff, because I'm always like, oh, I know the perfect box for that. And I've got the perfect box for that. So I'm like, I need to start using them or cutting them up and getting rid of them, because they're getting overwhelming. You normally don't have that many, but for Q4 I bought a whole bunch of stuff that was shipped to me. I'll show you what I'm doing in a second here. And so you get all the boxes from that. Anyways, I sold Need for Speed Underground 2 for the GameCube in the same video where I didn't put this on YouTube, but this was on Instagram. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It might be a little too big. I got a whole bundle of GameCube games. Let me see what size. For like 18 bucks. And I was like, man, what a deal. All right, so what I'm doing here is they came in a little case, so they didn't have their own individual cases. So I'm putting it into a little jewel case, and I'm putting a piece of bubble wrap in there because it's not the original thing. Yeah, I've seen your boxes too, but you got a big old giant garage there in, or not garage, basement. I've got them like tucked in my corner. It makes my videos look like I'm a slob. Anyway, so I'm gonna put it in there to keep the disc from being able to rattle around, and I'll tape this all shut, and then this is just gonna go into a padded envelope. So I was gonna ask that question. Adam answered his, but how many of you guys have an overwhelming supply of recycle boxes? And second question is, how many of you actually use them? I know Adam doesn't use his because he puts everything in a poly bag. He shipped a crystal chandelier one time in a poly bag. I watched him do it. If y'all don't know Adam, Millennial Prophet in the chat over there, I think everybody in here is probably from Bread and Butter, but if you're not, you should go check him out and up your retail arbitrage, online arbitrage game. Need for Speed. All right, so that'll go right in there. Easy peasy. Let's do Snoopy. You guys want to see something weird? So I picked this up at a garage sale. It is a Culture Club. See him on his tie right there. Snoopy. He's got like the weird Culture Club hair and hat and all this stuff. And I got $55 for this plus shipping. And I paid maybe $1 for it at a yard sale. And it's probably hard to see. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see on this camera, but it's a little discolored. It's a little dusty. I put that completely in the descriptions. Got any consoles left? I have one left. It'll be a spoiler for one of the things that sold. I have one left. I've sold 6 PS5s in the last week and a half. All on eBay. So, all right, let's get Culture Club packed up. I have a stack of boxes. Bubble wrap stack is getting about the same. Get a bunch free at work too. Yep. No. All right, let's see. Maybe we can use one. Can we recycle a box? No. No. This won't work. I have one. Maybe. I was actually trying to get stuff ready for some of the things that I knew I had to pack today. As soon as I think I've got one that's going to work, it's going to crunch him. I can't crunch him. Arrgh. This one. It's way too big, but I think I would rather way too big than way too small. Done. We are reusing a box. We have officially recycled today. I just need to cover over the old labels. There's one. Grab. I'll just grab a mess of them from my stuff over here. So, anyways. So I was pretty happy with how the FBA shipment turned out. My stuff going to Amazon yesterday. I got ungated in a new brand. Got ungated in Adidas. And I went a little crazy. And I went out and bought like almost $800 in Adidas. Just to test it out. That sounds funny. $800 is a test order, but it's a test order to see how it goes. If it goes great, I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch more. And if it doesn't, then I wasted $800. Box pile is falling. It's falling over on me. Sunny Las Vegas. I recognize you from Dixon's Pickens streams. I think it's your first time here, though, so appreciate you coming by. I paid $12.99 for these Hokas at Goodwill. $12.99 for these Hokas at Goodwill. They sat in my death pile. If you watched my death pile video the other day, I had a whole bunch of stuff that had been just sitting in my garage. And it was because these were dirty. They're pretty clean right now. They're not like perfect, but they're pretty clean right now. And I just did not want to clean them. And so they sat and they sat and they sat. And I've had these Hokas in my, they've been sitting right here for, to be honest, they've been sitting on my floor right here in my office for months and months and months. And then I moved them out to the garage to make space in here because I was doing like a little bit of a cleanup session. And yeah, I'm just gonna pack this. And so I moved them out to the garage, and then they sat there, and I was like, oh man, I did my death pile video, and I was like, I need to list them or donate them. Like, that's it. And so I finally decided to just sit down and clean them. And so I cleaned them, and they sold for $55 plus shipping. So I made 40 bucks on them, which is amazing. Well, probably like 32 after fees and everything. Hokas. I pack all my stuff and then I set it on the side. Found a score Hokas at Nordstrom Rack for 30. Wasn't in the clearance. Can't believe nobody grabbed them. Yeah, that's crazy. Always buy Hokas if you see them. But anyways, I didn't want to clean them, so they sat and they sat and they sat and they sat, and they sold within a day of me listing them. I have sold over $1,200 from that. If you go back and watch my video and it says the problem most resellers have, and it's got me piling on a bunch of money sitting on my money pile, and $1,200 I've sold from that. I listed $2,000 that day, $2,700 or something. I've sold $1,200 of it already, which is amazing, right? So that's what happens when you list your stuff. List your stuff, you'll sell your stuff. All right, let's do. I got this on my sourcing trip last Thursday. It's an Eris TG2472 modem router, whatever. And I paid $2 for this at Hope Thrift Store. It's a Hope's Closet. And this sold for $45 on eBay. Took 1 day to sell. Don't you love it? When you buy something like, oh man. I'm about ready to eat all these boxes. They sit there nice and pretty when I don't do anything with them. As soon as I touch them and start moving them around. But anyways, don't you love it when you list something and it sells so freaking fast? You're always one of the two things. It's either you priced it too low, that's your first feeling, or it's just ecstatic that, hey, I flipped my money really fast. Today is listing for me from the death pile day. Good. Good. I would suggest, hopefully everybody on here watching has like set days that they do things. If you don't, I'd strongly suggest it. So I have specific sourcing days. I have specific listing days. I have specific YouTube days. So it's, if you plan it out right, it should help you from building up a big giant death pile because you don't let stuff sit for too long. And like the stuff that I bought on Saturday this weekend, I bought it Saturday, and then I said, all right, I'm going to take Sunday off. I just took Sunday off completely because I don't always do that. I had already worked Monday through Saturday, right? I said, I'm taking Sunday off. I'm going to do some chores around the house, clean, do laundry, that kind of stuff. And get that in there nice and good. I said, I'm taking Sunday off. Monday, is going to be a packing and shipping because I had a bunch of stuff to do. And then after I packed and shipped Monday, my wife was doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I didn't get to really do very much else on Monday. And when she was back and done with everything, it was just too late in the day. But normally Mondays is pack and ship and get stuff to the post office. Trying to make sure I'm poking this box in the right place. So Mondays is pack and ship and get stuff to the post office, and normally a YouTube video that I shoot, and whether I go live or I shoot it, that's how that works out. Tuesday is 100% listing. I do nothing but listing on Tuesday. So everything that I sourced from Saturday gets listed on Tuesday, unless I list some of it Saturday or whatever. Wednesday is packing, shipping, and then listing anything else that didn't get listed or death pile, and normally a YouTube wet sold video, something like that. Thursday is sourcing. I go do sourcing exclusively on Thursday. Friday is packing, shipping, closing out the week that way. Packing, shipping, normally a YouTube video, but I've been switching it up a little bit here and there. And then Saturday is fun sourcing. So Thursday is my sourcing for like business, like I got a source today. Saturday is normally, let's go have some fun, yard sales, that kind of stuff, sourcing. That way it feels like I'm really only working the 5-day week, and that 6th day, it's normally not a full day. So I'll go out, 8 to 1 or something like that. But when you're doing the fun stuff, and it's yard sales and that kind of thing, if you don't find anything, it's not a big deal. It's a lot more fun to do it that way. So anyways, that's my schedule and how I try to not fall behind on anything. And then all of the packing, shipping days, if I don't have a ton to pack and ship when I'm done, then I'll go source from the death pile or whatever and list that way. How many items do you have in your death pile? I think it's like 65 or more. List 8 to 12 a day. Can't get any smaller. Man, I have a lot more items than that. I shot a video the other day about like don't let your death pile build up, and here's what I did and listed and all that. I was just talking about that. I've already sold $1,200 from doing that, which is awesome. There we go. That modem's going to fit nice in there. Item-wise, it's hundreds, but I've got a few boxes with like 50 to 60 items in each box. But I'm down to some coins, some little cherub collectibles, a bunch of vintage electronics, and some open Lego sets. That's it. Everything else has been listed. What's going on, Marcus? We were just talking about you. Kinda. Sonny's in here. I told him I recognized him from your show. Anyways, yeah, we're talking about death piles, and Marcus says he never has a death pile. He lists it all immediately. I don't know if I believe it. No, I totally believe it. Anyways, let's do this one. Do not let your death pile build up and end up like 300 pieces. Woo. Yeah, no. Anyways, I sold this flute. I got this in a private pick. I went to the guy's house. Beautiful. Nothing happened. I went to the guy's. Let me hold it like this. There you go. You see it? I'm going to close it up so I don't drop it anymore. Slayer. Yes, sir. So I went to the guy's house and I bought a whole bunch of stuff from him, and he was trying to get me to pay a certain price for things, and I kept looking. And here's a good tactic for you. I wish I would have filmed it, but is just keep looking, right? So he was like, give me $200 for the pile that I had already. And I was like, well, what else do you got? And I'm like, I don't know. What else do you got? And we just kept going through things. And so I took something like this, and I wasn't sure that I wanted it. And a little something on the back there. And I was like, well, let me put it on the side and we'll see. So I had my pile of stuff that he had already given me a price on, and I started making another pile next to it. And so I added probably another $150 or $200 to the pile next to it. And he, you know, and I was like, well, let me start. I don't know if I'm gonna want. Let me see. And we were just BSing back and forth. And I said, you said 200, right? And he said, yeah, 200 for this stuff. And I said, if you do 200 for all of it, I'll take it. And he said, sold. So I knew his motivation. I knew he wanted money. He kept telling me he just needed to clear stuff out. So in that situation, it was best for me to have the stuff that I knew I wanted, and then have the stuff that I wanted, but I wasn't like in love with, or I didn't want to pay a bunch of money for next to it, because I knew he wanted to get rid of it anyways. So I got to the point where I was like, all right, look, I'm very comfortable. The $200 pile that he had before, I knew I could make $400 or $500 on. So I was like, all right, now I have this other pile of like another $200 worth of stuff. And I said, lump it all together for the 200 and we're good. And he took it like that. So anyways, just a pro tip for you. If you're able to bundle like that, separate stuff. And if you know they really, really want to get rid of it, then use it to your advantage and say, hey, like I don't need it, but I'll take it for the right price. And that's kind of what I did with him. So I got completely off topic, but hopefully that was a good story. And so I have $5 maybe into this. I don't even think I would put $5 as a buy cost onto this, because I just didn't pay that much for it. It was part of a big bundle, and I've made hundreds and hundreds off of that bundle already. I sold one radio. There was a walkie-talkie weather radio kind of thing in there that I sold for $200. One item paid for the whole pile, and I filled my whole trunk. Back on Instagram from a long time ago, but anyways, $5 or so into this, and it sold. I wasn't really sure. There was ones that were going similar to this on auction for like $50 to $150. There was ones that were going buy it now for $50 to like $300. And I didn't know the difference. And to be honest, I had so little into it that I decided, this was part of my death pile. I had so little into it, and it was part of my death pile, and I just wanted it gone. I said, I'm going to start an auction at $1 and plus shipping, and wherever it sells is wherever it sells. Because I had so little into it, I didn't care if it sold for $1. I just wanted it gone, right? So I was that guy now. I was the guy who just wanted it gone. And it sold for $55 plus shipping. So I'm happy with that. Could I have got more? Probably. Was it worth my time to research it for another $50 maybe? Maybe. But to me, at that time, on that day, it was not. My goal was to reduce junk in my garage that was not listed. And I said, certain things are going in the trash. Certain things are getting listed. Certain things are getting donated. I had a bunch of comics, and I started a bunch of comics at auction at $1. And there's like two or three of the auctions are ending today, and they're at $1 plus shipping, and that's what they're going to sell for. And I don't care, because again, the point was I want them gone. I had so little into it that it didn't matter what they sold for. They came from buys where I made a bunch of money on other stuff. And I said, I'm good with that. Whatever it sells for is good. I just want it gone. Recycled box number 2. I'm using recycle boxes today. That was a goal of mine, and I'm hitting it. And we got 10 people in here watching. Hopefully at least 10 thumbs up down there. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't tell if y'all are enjoying the content or not. I have no clue. We got 11 people watching now. Appreciate y'all. I sold another Ghostbusters Ecto-1 popcorn thing, and these were $35, I think, including shipping, from amctheaters.com. These were, what's up, lag? And I sold this one for $65 plus shipping. It's not a huge profit, it's 25 bucks or so, but it's an easy 25 bucks. It was a multi-quantity listing. Holy cow, what do we got? It's eBay. $65 plus $20 shipping. So it probably will not cost me $20 to ship, but it's all good. We're gonna do, y'all wanna do an experiment? I don't know if experiment's the right word. I should do this in a brown box, but it's all good. We're gonna do it in one of these. So, see that box right there? I think we can pack Ecto-1 in that box. We're gonna find out. This is not how I shipped the last one that I sold, but we're gonna do it. All right, so I'm gonna give you the sneak peek again. If you're new to my channel, if you have an item like this and you have a box that's flat, so laid out flat like this, if you take your item on it, put it all the way to one edge, give yourself a little bit of room because you have to have the box fold up a little bit, right? So maybe you can see that there, just a little bit on the edge. If you can take it and then flip it over and it fits, then you should be able to score that box right there, refold it, and fit it. So we're gonna see. You guys think it's gonna work? Let me know in the comments. Chat, do you think it's gonna work? Make sure I did that right. All right, so what you should end up with is a score like this right here, just a score, not cut through it, but just a score all the way down it to where you've like pushed in on it with the flat black back side of the blade. And then what you can do, you said explain that again. Let me explain that again then. All right, I'm fine with that. If you have an item like this, and you put it on a box flat, right? So you have to give yourself a little bit of room on one side. And then if you can flip it over, you put it right there. If you can flip it over and it still fits on that, then you can resize it using this method. So if it fell over the edge of the box and it didn't fit on there like that, then that method will not work. Because what you do, now that you have these new scores, now your box is long and skinny. See that? We have a long skinny box now versus the square box that we had. So now what you've got to do is, so you'll have the flaps that were original, and then you'll have the flap where you scored that's still connected. So on the inside of the box, you can't see that. On the inside of the box, it's still connected. So you have to poke through and cut the box where it was scored. If this doesn't deserve a thumbs up, I don't know what does. We got 13 people watching. Appreciate y'all. Well, I guess you can hold your thumbs up till I verify that it actually works. Flippin' sports guy, what's going on, man? We're doing box resizing college in here. Everybody just took the beginner's course to box resizing. So for anybody who doesn't know, I've seen that hack on YouTube Shorts, Mark, but there you go. So for anybody who doesn't know or is questioning, this is just a regular USPS box, which all that means is it has to go priority. It is not flat rate. You are 100% legal, eligible, whatever, to resize the box with no issues. There we go. We have a custom-made box right for this item. That's it. Custom-made box. Just give it plenty of tape. GB Ghostbusters. 14 people watching. Hopefully I didn't scare you away with my bad Ghostbusters singing. Let's do some more crazy things. I don't know if that's crazy. Y'all ever ship a guitar before? This is a PS3, I believe, guitar. PS3 Gibson. And this was also out of my death pile. This was $5 at a yard sale. This sold for $50 plus shipping. So on the back of these, there's a little thing up there, and it just flips down like that, and then you can pull the neck out. So it makes it a lot easier to ship. I specifically will only source guitars like this if they come apart. There are ones that do not come apart, and I am not a fan of those. I have shipped one, and it was physically impossible. Let's see if we can get that in a decent spot. Just rubber banding down the whammy bar before I do the next part. So anyways, you could not remove the neck on the one that I sold, and I had to ship it all in one thing, and it was horrible. And it was going to New York. I'm in Arizona. It was super expensive because I couldn't cut the size down, and it just sucked. So I said, from that day on, I will never ship a Guitar Hero guitar that does not come apart like that, unless it's like a really rare, crazy one, something like that, that's going to sell for $100 or something. But for like a $50 one, like that one had sold for $50 free shipping, and that's what the comps were, so that's what I sold it as. And yeah, to me, it was not worth it. I did it, but it was not worth it. So we're just going to wrap the body so it doesn't get all scratched up in shipping. And then we're going to wrap the neck. There's obviously a million different ways you can do this, but that's how I'm going to do it. All right, neck wrap. Next thing we need, 2 of the 1095 boxes. So these are USPS, right there, 1095. Where is it at? Right there, 1095. Laters, y'all. Have a blessed day, and wish y'all many sales. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out while you did. So build box 1 and build box 2. You know how to do this already, or if you have a better way. If you have a better way, tell me. Otherwise, shut up. I'm just joking. Anyway, so this is going to go the body right in, tucked all the way to one side, and then we're going to take the neck and we're going to put that in. Right next to it, and you can see, hopefully you can see, it's going to stick out just a little bit. So there's a few different tricks that I have for that. So what basically we're going to do is we're going to slide that other one over the top. Since they're the same size box, it's not going to slide super easy. But if you do this little hack, it'll go a lot easier. So I'll come over here. Take like that knife I've been using. Just take the broad end of it and score up the edge of it. It's now, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Can you see that? It's rounded now. Like it's flat here and rounded versus a sharp edge like this. So we're going to do that all the way around it. Let me go back over here. It's easier when you're holding it. So we're not hurting the box in any way. We're just making it easier to get that other one to slide over it. And then you want to take it just how your other one was. Bam, until you feel it hit on that other end there. And now we have a nice double-walled box to ship it in. And again, these are regular, just priority boxes, so no extra postage. We're not paying flat rate prices. And technically the double wall, because it's two boxes now, makes it even more secure for the guitar to get to the end buyer. So tell me, who's got a better way? Anybody got a better way of doing that? If you got a better way, I'm all ears. All right. I don't know what box I'm going to put that in. Paid $17 for this. It's like $15.99 plus taxes, so it was like 17 and change at Best Buy. And this sold for $39.99 plus shipping. I will see if I have a box that will make sense with that. And if I do, great. But I don't think I do in here right now. Oh, you know what? I know I have a perfect box for that in the garage. Yeah, I have a box for this in the garage, so I'm just going to do this after, but so y'all see it. It's going to go in one of these, but a smaller one. So this is a bigger one that I'm going to use for a different item. I guess you might as well just build the box, and we'll do that one next. But this is a 16-inch wide. That doesn't need a 16-inch wide. I've got 14-inch wide ones that I'll use. Chat is quiet today. What do you want to talk about? You want me to talk about something? Drop it in the chat. I'll do my best. I've been brainstorming loosely different ideas for like YouTube videos to shoot and things that I can do to like be more valuable than just showing you what's sold. So like these are fun sometimes because I can tell you and like give you the packing tip and all that. Sometimes like I don't do a ton of I've done a few more recently, but I don't do a ton of just the like what sold videos. Because unless I mix in a whole bunch of like, here's why I bought it, and like I can tell you what I paid for it. Hey, I made a bunch of money. But personally, I don't think that's as good as like telling you why I bought it. Here's what to look out for you. Here's maybe how to test it. Stuff like this that I can show you in a video like this, or how to ship it. You want to see the hoard? What hoard? This is a DVD. Can you see it on there? It says DVD recording. DVD recorder ones sell for a whole lot more than just a VCR DVD combo unit. So if it says record, I would 9 out of 10 times check that one. I do test them. I do record a quick DVD to prove that it works. And normally, that's not enough bubble wrap. I don't like that. Normally, I will also include a few spare like recording discs with it, which I think for most people it gives them some comfort that they know they're buying one that works. They're super easy to test if you have one. And if you don't know how to test one, there are literally YouTube videos on 90% of DVD VCR combo units for how to test. So if I get one and I don't know how, 9 out of 10 times I can just look it up on YouTube. And I guess if there's ever one that's not there, I should make it because I've watched a bunch of them. And you just follow the instructions. And you're good to go. I do not go crazy when I'm testing stuff like that of, let's say, for example, I've seen people say they watch a whole VHS all the way through. Not going to happen. If it can play a VHS for 2 minutes, it can play a VHS for 2 hours. And normally, I have so little into these things. Like, I paid $10 for this at an estate sale. And it sold for $165 free shipping. But it's going to cost me like $20 to ship it. Is that the top? That's the top. I always put them right side up for VCR stuff. This one was defective, just to be upfront with everybody. This one was defective. Death Pile Hoard videos, gotcha. Well, I had one recently that I just put out. A lot of the stuff like this came from the Death Pile. I had it sitting out there, and I ended up getting it fixed. So the VCR side didn't work. It was eating tapes. And so I sent it to my brother-in-law who repairs stuff, and he fixed it for me. And I am thankful that he did, because I was able to sell it for a whole bunch more money. He charged, I guess I should update, so I paid $10 for it. I paid him $15 to fix it, so I have $25 into it. It's going to cost me about $25 in shipping, another $15 in fees, and I'm going to make $70 probably on it. just realized I built this box upside down. It don't really matter, but there's a stamp on it that gives you the certification of the box. That's supposed to go on the bottom. So anyways, I am not afraid of selling big electronics and stuff like this because I make so much money on each one. If there's ever an issue with one and I decide like, hey, it's not worth my time to have it sent back, which I've only had one sent back ever, and it was because they bought it to use with a new TV and it wouldn't work with their new TV. Not because I sent them a defective one or something like that. They don't always follow these, but a lot of the time I'll put these on here if it's electronics. Because like I said, VCRs, if you bang them around too many different directions, the heads can get messed up, and that's when they start eating tapes. So I'll throw these on VCRs, stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't bother. But I figure I've got so much profit in them that I'm not worried about if I ever get that one that's trash and I shipped it, then no big deal. I can file an insurance claim for one if I needed to, or just refund it and move on. Write it off with a text. Yeah, they just need an adapter. I'm totally positive that that would have worked. Seems like it's so big. Sold the PS5 for $800, $750 plus $50 in shipping. I have $550 into this. And this box was one that I had packed up to ship before, but then I sold it locally. So I unpacked it. I guess that's not too crazy. Just need the packing paper around it. Oh, I forgot. I always take a picture of the serial number that I'm shipping out, just in case something crazy happened. They try and return a defective one or something like that. I have it in the listing too, but it just reminds me when I did it. Let's see, I have to... Alrighty. Oh man, hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. So I have one left, PS5, kinda. It's sold. I accepted an offer from someone for $725 plus $50 shipping. and I haven't paid. So I've got that tied up right now, plus a few other silly little things. But I need to get the box for that. But we're going on an hour, so I'm going to wrap it up with you guys anyways. And I guess just open up to questions if anybody has any questions on there. And yeah, so the AV HDMI adapter, I actually told them that they could do that. And they said, my tech guy, electrician, whatever, says you can't. So whatever. They paid shipping to have it sent back. Totally fine with me. And then I resold it. So seems we lost most people. We're down to 5 people watching, but I'll hang out for a second. If you got questions, like I said, drop them in the chat over there, and I'll do my best to answer it. Otherwise, we're coming up on the hour, and we'll wrap up. I have a few listings that I want to get done today after doing this, and then, like I said, I may shoot a YouTube video. I've got an idea of something that I think I can make work. And if I can, great. If not, then I'll waste my day doing it. We'll see. Oh, man. Making sure I didn't miss something already. Just for everybody. That was the eBay sales plus the 2 for Facebook Marketplace, so $1,550. But it's been a couple minutes and nobody is dropping anything in the chat, so I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up here. So appreciate y'all who did come hanging out. And if you watch this in the future and you're still here, then thanks for being a trooper. Hit the subscribe button, come hang out for more, and hit me up over here at Dana Invests on Instagram. Peace.